Welcome,
Hello, everyone.
It is good to be back.
It's podcast o'clock. It's funny 30. Oh, this podcast is just so funny.
That's right. Top podcast. Get ready to laugh.
Jizzo by Loose. Everybody, we're hitting the pop charts today and tonight. You guys got a favorite Jizzo song?
Yep.
Rumors. You're saying it wrong. It's Lizzo.
I don't know if that's the case or not.
It's not?
Rumors is my favorite Lizzo song.
It's Jizzo.
But
But
I've been
on the,
seeing
they can't say Jizzo on the radio.
You can't. It's not Jizzo.
It's like
it really is. So the radio
You're right.
edit is Lizzo.
I don't believe
They
this.
turn
that's-
it.
they did
turn
that with
the
their
J
song,
around.
too. I've heard of them doing this.
They turn the J around.
I don't believe this for a.
They did it my neck, my
New York
back,
minute.
lick my
I don't
rick. I'm not right.
Okay, Google it.
It's one of those things.
Anyways, welcome everybody.
Google it, but you have to Google it backwards. So whatever. I do that anyway. I get around. That's how I do dark web stuff.
If you
Yeah,
Google
that's
Lizzo,
incognito.
you're only gonna get Lizzo stuff.
Right.
Make sure you're googling Jizzo,
Jizzo, backwards.
and
Ozage.
you'll get the truth.
Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast.
You
You're
gotta
learning stuff tonight on
You got to
today's
Google
podcast.
Ozage.
Dark web.
Welcome to the Mega64 podcast, everybody. The #1 video game podcast on the internet.
Number one, we're talking all things gamer.
Yeah.
We're talking. It's kind of like a second E3.
Yeah, E4.
Oh, it's four of us.
You're here with the four
right.
E-boys
Oh.
on
We are
a
E-boys.
hot Sunday night. And we
Welcome.
are going to prove our E-boy status tonight.
Yep.
We are going to start up an only cam.
Yep.
You can post donations in the chat.
I'm on
and
Stickum.
Yeah, which kind of like you
It's
do
short for stick 'em up.
you do a bit, you
Wanna
donate a
talk about your
sub.
hands.
Yep.
How is
Sean
everybody
takes
doing
off his
tonight?
hat.
I'm doing good.
Amazing.
I'm feeling great.
Rocco, Sean, Garrett.
It's been so long since we've done a podcast.
Yeah,
that
it actually
everyone
feels
together.
good. I was actually like excited about it.
There are
And-
times I walk in and go, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. We're just gonna wing this one.
Here
But
we are
this, I
again.
don't feel that. We have a lot to talk
Yeah.
about, and I feel fine about it.
what are we going to
Same.
talk about? I don't know what we're talking about.
I assume we're gonna talk about the Will Smith slap. Gotta cover that.
We got to get back to it.
Oh.
We got to get back to
yeah,
it.
I actually have a new development on that.
Oh,
There's a funny video called "How Can She Slap?"
yeah.
And I'm thinking about doing a re-edit, taking the audio from one. I don't want to spoil it.
King
Stay
James.
Tuned. Stay tuned.
So I have been. We have obviously been doing a ton of events and doing a video and all that.
Obviously, yes.
And I've been. I will say I've been off the internet for a lot of it.
AFK.
What did Will Smith do?
You don't want to know.
Do you think real quick, with
it was a
Will
crime,
Smith discussion?
criminal.
How long until we hear from him again?
That is a good question.
Yeah.
Are we halfway done of the Will Smith?
Didn't he
hiatus?
have a statement recently and he just didn't apologize?
Did he?
I thought there was one where like it was him being like, yeah, you get caught up in the moment. And that
Is he
wasn't an
laying
apology.
low?
You know what they should do? You know how you turn this into the biggest fucking positive on earth?
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
NBC new season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Slap.
Yeah.
Part 2,
Yeah.
starring.
Oh.
And you know what?
Will and Jada.
What
Oh.
if
They're not working.
What if
They're not doing
legitimately it was season 2, but this time it's a reality show about the aftermath and fallout
Yeah.
of this
I'd
actual
watch
slap?
that. Yeah, I'd watch
Jada's
that
buying
shit.
wigs and
No.
the camera crew's following her around.
Yeah, it's like one of those really intense docu-series, like when they exposed R. Kelly.
right.
Yeah, it's the whole lead up to the Oscars and the whole aftermath.
Will's always crying on camera. They'll get him to break down easy.
But see, I might have a little disagreement. I think they should do this show, but I don't know if I'm feeling the reality angle. I think it should be more kind of like Evangelion, kind of mental. What's going? You know those scenes where like Shinji's on the train and he's having like all the mental trippy.
Yeah.
Why did I slap him? Why did I slap him? Why did I slap him? You know, your father left you. What? Oh.
Venus and Serena, or
I don't know.
Symbolic.
Evangelion.
Yeah, do an anime. This is what I'm saying. Is a Will Smith slap anime. That's what I'm saying.
Sean, thoughts?
Theme song.
Fuck you. All right, welcome back.
Like I said, I've been off the internet a long time. What did Kramer say?
There's a lot to talk about.
I am just Oh,
I know.
I remember being in your bedroom editing. I think it was a version 1 episode when that dropped. That Kramer.
I think it was version 2.
Version 2.
Sorry, I didn't mean to correct.
When
you.
Kramer
Nah, it's
had
okay.
his big set at the Laugh Factory.
Yeah.
And isn't it funny? That was like, you couldn't count on YouTube to find that video. It was like, oh, have you been on E-Bombs World or fucking E-Fucked or
Racistvids.com.
Yeah, seriously.
That was it.
The worst websites. It was like, yeah, you're going to have to go there to see it. It's
Yeah.
like,
Style
oh.
Project.
Yeah.
Recently, my mom gave me my baby book, which I have never seen.
Here, I don't want this
But
anymore.
with it was like 2 sealed copies of EGM magazine with our disc in it. Like,
Oh,
I
that's
didn't realize
cool.
that she bought
That's
that.
in there. Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
That was really incredible. When that happened, it was awesome for, okay, yeah, it's a gamer magazine. Maybe, maybe your mom and dad wouldn't buy that normally or whatever, but just the fact that it was available in like airports,
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven.
Yeah.
And that was
Grocery
that was
store.
one of the few things, we always talk about like stuff we show our family who maybe aren't, in on everything, what actually means a lot to them. It's like, oh, hey, we got the, Hideo Kojima was in our video. They might go like, okay, who's that? But if it's on MTV, then it's like, oh, you're on MTV.
Right.
That was one I will say for some of my family. They were going to stores and seeing like,
Also,
that magazine. That's cool.
Thinking back now, that was like year 3 of us doing this.
Yeah,
Which
something like
in terms of how long we've been doing it now, that's no time.
Yeah.
3 years is like not a lot of time.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
As much as we should be reliving our achievements from 20
Sorry,
years ago,
I thought of
we
it.
actually had an eventful week
Yeah.
this week.
Yeah,
Print is
yeah.
dead.
We attended Anime Expo, the largest anime convention in the world, and pretty much destroyed it, ruined it. I don't
Yeah.
know if there's any reason to go back.
No.
We did.
We'll be talking about all the damage we did there, the legal issues, and we had possibly our biggest video of all time.
Yeah.
When you think about it, that's crazy. Our biggest hit video ever.
Is this
dropped
a topper?
last Wednesday. I don't think we've ever had a video do as many views in as short of amount of
Okay,
time.
that's the record breaking.
Yeah,
Maybe.
so it's on
Wow.
track
Wow.
to be the #1 Mega64 video of all time, the Buu Saga in 5 minutes.
Yeah, it is. It is interesting because we've talked about that. Like Cell Saga, the Cell Saga video is probably has. If you looked at just which one has the most views
It
on
does,
any
yeah.
platform, it's probably
That's-
that.
yeah,
but
okay.
that was not. All those things like didn't happen right away. It was like I remember that was at like 200,000 views for like days, and it was like, oh, I guess that's it.
That
Okay,
was
but it
weird
just
too,
kinda
because
kept
that was like
getting
on
found.
the top of Reddit for a little bit. And it's
Yeah.
like, how does it only have 200,000 views? That's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah,
I didn't know Boo is doing these record breaking.
it is. It's
Game.
over a
Avatar
million-
numbers, dude.
It's over 1 million views.
Holy
It's I think
shit.
10 or 11 days into its release. It did hit the top of the page of Reddit videos, which is
Yeah.
always nice.
That's great.
Awesome.
It hit there
Very helpful.
like 2 hours after its release. We put
Yeah.
a behind the scenes video out. Which is getting the rounds in the news cycle. So it's
Yeah.
been a good week
Yeah.
to be a member of Mega64. What do you want to talk about first? Anime Expo, Buu Saga?
Well, I was just gonna say with what you were saying about the Buu Saga video, and then the behind the scenes came out. I always get super flattered. It's obviously flattering when a video gets, the thing you worked on gets a ton of views. That's cool. But when the behind the scenes gets a lot of traction, that
Yeah.
means a
Oh, yeah.
lot to me because it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you actually wanted to see like the group of guys who made you know what I mean? It's one thing to get a viral video recommended to
yeah.
you,
Right.
but to see like, no, I want to like watch these guys
The
work.
half an hour behind the scenes making of.
Let's talk about the behind the scenes of the making of the Buu Saga. It's
Yeah.
out if you haven't seen it. Check it out. It's longer than the Buu Saga itself.
Yeah.
Or the original Buu Saga.
Which I was so happy to see.
It's definitely longer than our Buu Saga in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of people respond in that same way. Like, yo, I see 25 minutes, I'm happy. Like they crave that fly on the wall filmmaking stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always fun to watch. Some people prefer the behind the scenes more than the main thing. How do you guys feel about that?
It's so funny when we're filming the video. I'll be honest, I hate the behind the scenes camera. Like I hate
Why?
I
Kevin, look at Kevin while you say this.
I'm looking
It's
at
not always Kevin, but it's often
mostly
Kevin.
Often
Kevin,
Kevin.
and he's
Often
always
Kevin.
just wait. I'm going to the behind the scenes camera. It's like I just want to film this shot. And
Oh,
move
he likes
on
to
with my
stir
day.
the shit.
Yeah, but
With the-
but to be real,
And the camera is the
it's
spoon.
valuable and it's good to have. But like in the moment, I'm like, I just want to. This thing that I'm trying to make is breaking. I want to film this thing breaking,
I got
and I'm
sun
just
in my
frustrated,
eyes.
and I don't.
But you want to get those moments too.
That
like
makes sense.
Like because when it's over, I think Sean, I could speak for you here.
Yeah.
You would be bummed that like, oh, we never captured the struggle with that.
100%.
You know,
I
But in the
totally get
moment-
it. But in the moment,
Yeah.
it's like I'm focused on trying to fix this prop that
Yeah.
I made, and this is not working. And now you're filming me getting pissed, and I know that's what you want. But Jesus, give me a second. But then
Well, the footage of us getting really pissed doesn't even make it into
that's
the,
true.
into the final
We've gotten
cut.
much madder than what
So-
we see here.
Yeah.
Why are we even filming us getting that angry if it's not going to make it to the
You
final?
film a medium amount of.
It's
anger.
also, I mean, it is a pain in the ass because a lot of times, like, ready to blow this up. Oh, wait, no, a second. And it's like, okay, I was ready, but sure. But I do truly love the behind the scenes videos. And I think that, I don't know how many hours you had to sift through, Rocco, to make this.
We should say to everybody at home, it's pretty much Rocco alone editing the behind the scenes video, and it is a 24-minute video, so that's like an episode of television. Right?
I don't know how you did that.
100% real. I didn't watch a second of it until it was already well online for like a day or two. I didn't see it. So
Yeah, I was
Kudos,
excited.
Rocco.
good job,
thank
Rocco.
you.
Yeah.
Round of applause. If you like the behind the scenes video, give it up for Rocco.
Excited.
I love doing that, so it's always fun for me. But it wasn't. This one was actually pretty easy. The behind the scenes of the Ava videos was like a fucking battle.
Yeah, that was.
I was like, because normally behind the scenes, like they don't take that long. They're fun. And I went into those like, oh, I was not prepared. It was like fucking 2 terabytes of footage, and I'm just okay. And which one goes to which video, and there were so many granular details of those videos too, where it's like, oh, I'm making a helmet now. Oh, I'm making a whatever. Dragon Ball was much simpler. It was the day we went out and Fat Buu fought Sean with no eyebrows. Great. There it is. It was back to being fun.
Yeah.
And so I even tried to keep it like, we don't need to dwell on anything too long. It's fun to watch us fuck around, but too much of it gets away from the point. So I trimmed it down, and it was still 24 minutes. So, some of the extra leftover footage I put on Patreon. Some of it has still yet to come out.
Did you guys have a favorite part of the behind the scenes?
I don't know. It is exactly what it's like to be there. It's just cool to like. There's moments where it's the fly on the wall stuff, and I really do like that. Like us at the park with me losing the eyebrows, and like I'm like concerned, like is this gonna come off?
Which, by the way, love that, because that was you. So for Sean to not have eyebrows, the trick was Johnny was like, hey, use a glue stick to glue stick your eyebrows down, and then do makeup over them, or is that what you did?
Yeah.
And we're like, Johnny, does this work? Johnny, does this work? And it's like, I just heard this is what drag queens do. That's just what they do. And this video came out, and multiple drag queens have come out to tell us, like, oh yeah, Johnny was right. Yeah, everything Johnny said was right. Yeah,
Johnny watches Drag Race, so he gave me the insider tip.
So thank you,
thank
you, Johnny, for the pipeline of communication there.
I didn't, Derek asked, do we like the main video more than the behind the scenes? And I can't say that. I love the art of the main video that we get to put out. But I do really like when the behind the scenes comes out, because you get to see a lot of what went into making all of that, come to life. And I think it's a lot of stuff that like people don't expect.
I think if I, let's say 50 years from now, and I'm super old man, I want to relive the days of Mega64, I will put the behind the scenes videos on.
Yeah.
Maybe not the Buu Saga itself, but I'll like, I'm going to like relive what it was like hanging out with my friends, and I miss that the most. What about you, Derek? What do you think?
I want to talk about Prankception.
My
Prankception.
So
God,
there was a
dude.
moment
The
in the behind
mastermind.
the scenes video where we were filming, and Rocco got an inkling to fuck with Garrett. I don't know why. I feel like Rocco targets Garrett.
But
I get stressed out on film day.
unfair more than anybody else. I feel like Rocco's always wanting to fuck with Garrett. Maybe it's because Garrett that gets a good reaction.
There's a lot of weight on my shoulders during a film day.
Yeah, especially
because
with
of
this.
all the props, all the
Makeup
and costumes and everything that and yeah, I'm a little frazzled, and I'm
He you know what? Garrett's on his last. What? I don't know. You're on the edge of being fucking mad. You're right on the edge, and you're keeping it together, but you can tell it's like no, you are.
I don't know if people at home have been following the ongoing saga of You're Late. Maybe you don't know. But whenever anybody's late, usually Rocco will take it upon himself to go up to them like face to like 3 feet away and go, "You're late."
Yeah.
The thing no one on earth wants to hear said to them face, "You're late."
Well, most
Rocco.
people take it and just it rolls right off. But for whatever reason, Garrett just really hates the
Well,
"you're
it happened to
late"
me
bit.
once that really fucked me up during the Ava filming.
yeah.
But I can say that I was in great spirits during the Dragon Ball.
Yeah, but in that moment, you said, "I always fucking hate the "you're late" thing." You
did.
let it slip that
Yeah,
you
you-
have hated it for a long
Yeah,
time.
Yeah, you were like, I don't even like that as a joke. So
Oh, I made it clear, like, yo, stop doing that.
But I will
please.
say, when we're filming,
Please stop doing that.
Garrett will be like, all right. So for Garrett to get rid of his tattoos on his arm,
Yeah.
it's a long fucking process that he has to do by himself pretty much, where he just gets this like red and orange makeup.
Well, you put a base layer of orange and then you put like a cream,
But
you know.
I mean, I'm telling, it's
over it.
half an hour of Garrett going like,
yeah, and I
Yeah.
try to do
Makeup,
it in between shots so like I'm not being waited on.
it's not a simple, quick process
No.
at all. And so Garrett was done filming and he said, all right, before I take this off, I just want to clarify, no more Vegeta today. We're done with Vegeta today. Vegeta's done. And he wasn't like, oh, Vegeta's done. It was like, Vegeta's done. Yeah, right. And it's like, yeah, we're done. We're done.
Yeah, and that's what lends itself to the prank. Is he by the 20th time he's verified that? It's like, well, after 20 times asking, you got to tell him there's another thing. I mean, that's just set up for a punchline.
But
yeah.
it really was like, if you tell Garrett there's another thing, that's in his brain, that's another 45 minutes of time to
Yeah.
put the makeup back on his
Do
stupid
it
arm.
all over again.
You know, that's a
and
lot.
also, we often fuck up and tell Garrett we're done when we're not.
That's true.
This
happened.
this
That's a good
happens
point.
all the time. So
True.
it's not like this is the one time Rocco told Garrett.
exactly.
This happens like
Exactly.
3 times a week,
It
and
is.
it's
So that's
always
why-
a fucking day ruiner.
Right.
That's why I asked 20 times.
right. And that is why
And I'm stern about it.
it's such a believable lie.
It is.
It's such a because we seriously do fuck you over constantly and never on purpose.
But I think it's also like that setup, but also just in terms of like our places in the filming of a video. If I really fuck with Derek is usually behind the camera on videos. If I fuck with him, well, okay, I was setting this shot up. I guess there's a whole fiasco waiting to unfold if I fuck with him.
But also, my
Sean-
response: if you fuck with me, I'll shut down.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
just,
Yeah,
I'll
that's
just get
true.
real quiet and be like,
That's true. With
Cool.
Garrett,
Yeah.
we're getting
Okay.
fireworks.
Yeah.
With Derek, it's just like, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
With me, roll the behind the scenes.
All right. And then Sean, Lord knows he's dealt with enough, and he's in the middle of being Goku, and I don't want that performance to suck. But Garrett just being done with Vegeta, and also too, a lot of Garrett's work that he does is, I mean, not all of it, but a lot of it is done by the time we get to the set for these videos. 'Cause
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
I had to make all this stuff. Okay, well, he's essentially done. There's things. Don't get me wrong.
You work your
But for
ass
the
off
most
at the
part-
end, and I work my ass off in the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. So, he's just a perfect target right there. It's
It
like,
makes
you're not
sense.
going to ruin too much.
Yeah.
I
So-
see.
I
it.
say.
well, Garrett went to go take his makeup off, and we went to go film some stuff without him. And Rocco said, "I'm gonna prank Garrett. I'm gonna tell him when we're done. I'm gonna walk over and tell him we need to do another shot with him." And told Kevin film the reaction.
I believe it was me going, please, Rocco, don't do this.
Yeah.
Please, for the love of God,
This is my
don't-
friend right here. My
Do
best
not
friend.
do
wish-
this.
I
It's
wish
not
footage,
worth
dude.
I
it.
wish we could pull it up and do like a live reaction of the video right now, because I have questions about what transpired on tape. But
Yeah.
basically, I went over beforehand to alert Garrett to just say, "Hey,
First to hit the group.
Oh, so you
at the
did
car.
that? Okay, because I didn't know
Derek,
this.
you
I
still
didn't-
don't know what happened."
I didn't know who told who. I just know you guys tipped him off.
Derek
I didn't know who
tipped
did
all
who.
of us off, so I started rolling.
Yeah, I went over
okay.
and let Kevin and Garrett know, like, "Hey, Rocco's coming over to prank you, and he's trying to get you mad. So I think you should prank him back and get more mad than he can handle."
Yeah, which is such a good idea, Derek. I never
was
would have thought of it, especially in the moment without the pre-warning.
I know, yeah,
we
he
had
would've got
like
you.
we had like a good 2 minutes. I think I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get like worked up, like I'm out of
Yeah,
breath.
you were getting like hyped up to like you were getting angry.
But also, nobody ever pranks Rocco, so this was our one
Good-
chance to
Yeah,
turn the
that's
tables.
Good chance. Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of it.
You know,
personally.
yeah.
I
So
wasn't
then
really
this is
too-
what I wanted to watch the video. I need a breakdown because I don't even know what happened on camera. At what point does it become go from Rocco's prank to Garrett's prank? It just becomes this like awkward clusterfuck of these two guys are just engaging with each other and they're both like just not connected.
I'm telling him like, yeah, you're gonna do one more thing. It's all good though. I'm trying to make him feel better, and then he's going, no, it's not fuck. This is why I fucking ask. This is why I do it. And then I just start. Oh, he's gonna like hit me. I'm
like Rocco thinks he's pranking Garrett, but also you're like scared to be talking to him.
Yeah, Once he was really blowing up, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get the footage, but I will not say anything
and then
else.
You put a hand on your shoulder, and you're like,
oh,
please don't touch me. Please don't touch me.
It's all good. No, it's all good, man.
Going into that, I tried to just emulate what happened in the Ava behind the scenes.
Right.
But I tried to just elevate that to like a real next level.
I wish upon anything that I had been in on your side of the prank because I was with stupid Rocco over there, and I'm
so you weren't in on it at that
I
point.
had no idea.
Your face is
because I was legitimately like I knew this was gonna happen, and now we have Garrett fucking mad. Like,
what do you think when I kept like pushing his shoulder?
Once you got physical, I figured out that you were joking.
Oh, okay.
The second push, I was like, oh, thank God. But the first one, I was like, what is happening? I was so upset. I was so upset.
You definitely got pranked the hardest at all.
So one of my
it's always me.
Maybe my favorite comment on the whole thing, and someone, I don't know if you guys saw this, but it was killing me, was like that whole scene played out like the anime, and almost everyone was in costume, like it was acted out, but except for Rocco. He was the only one. He wasn't Krillin. But it played out perfectly where it's like, imagine I was in costume. Hey, we're going to have to do one more thing. And then Vegeta, hey, no, I'm not doing it again. And then it whips over to Goku and he's going like this. No, Vegeta, no. I mean, everyone was like in character in that scene. I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that.
That's good.
And I was like, no, I don't like it. Don't touch me.
Oh my God.
So check out the behind the scenes if you haven't seen it yet.
Definitely check it out.
I also really liked that we finally filled in an answer people have been asking for a long time. So people always wondered what we did behind the scenes for the end of Evangelion video a year ago. And it ends with us on the beach. Sean literally films the last shot for the video, a video in which he had to get nude many times. And now we're asking him to get in cold fucking bay water to float there for Third Impact in February. It's like, God, can we be done with this video? And I knew he was upset about all the nudity in the video. So that was the moment I told him. Because I had a suspicion at some point we're probably doing the Buu Saga. We weren't working on it, but I had a suspicion. I'm like, well, I might as well let him know now. So I said, okay, done with End of Evangelion behind the scenes. Now it's Buu Saga behind the scenes. In Super Saiyan 3, we see Goku naked. And Sean just buckled, like, just no. Why do you want to see me naked so bad? And we had a whole moment. But we left that as a to be continued in the end of Ava stuff. Now people could see that in that moment we broke the news to him, and that was the answer to what. But we weren't working on it that long. We weren't working on this like a year ago.
No, but
it was just
you just
in the
knew
moment.
one day.
I just knew one day that was going to ruin everything. So so I shared that.
Yeah, what the fuck? I really did train to be in that one sec. Like, it's so funny because I'm way more naked in the behind the scenes than I am in the actual video.
Yeah.
But that's where it counts. So
yeah, but
that's
I
why you
really,
train.
I mean, I'm not. When I was on the root point at that mountain, that is true. I was hiking that. Me and Frank would hike that like all the time. I did.
Why didn't Frank take his shirt off? Come on.
Yeah, why didn't he get shirtless
The
Frank?
script
Come
didn't
on.
call for it.
Yeah, he got lucky. I did that twice a week. I seriously was like watching what I ate and like trying just to like, because after the tour, I feel like I gained a lot of weight.
Really?
Oh yeah,
I did.
Oh wow.
Which I don't know. I was just eating like. Usually I don't eat like 3 meals a day. I usually maybe one for sure, maybe two, but not even all the time. I just have a quick little snack and I'm not, whatever.
Yeah.
But the tour is like, oh, we got this fancy breakfast. Oh, here's a huge lunch. Now here's a great dinner. And it was awesome, but I was just, eating so much.
For me, it was like not even that I needed those meals. Just being on tour, it was like, well, you got to try Detroit pizza. Well, now you got to try Detroit also has a famous breakfast. Yeah. Well, you got, it was just like, well, I'm not going to say no.
It was
to
a
those
highlight. It was
things.
great.
Highlight of being on the road was the food for sure.
So anyways, I was probably at my absolute heaviest when I found out I had to be naked. And so I thought like, well, I got to do what I can here.
Daddy bodies are in.
I just knew I would get dad bod comments. I've gotten that before. And it's like, I don't want to get that. I just,
yeah.
no thanks.
You want to get ripped muscle head.
I know. I never thought I'd get ripped. I just didn't want to be like, ew, Sean, ugh, gross,
I think you looked especially ripped during your Super Saiyan 3 transformation.
Yeah.
Thank you, Garrett.
You looked
Thanks, guys.
you looked great, and you know what? I'm gonna say too. You watch some of the behind the scenes, and Derek is directing the Super Saiyan 3 part, and Derek looks pretty ripped too.
That's
Derek's
true.
doing all
You-
this
you're
and
the
doing
flexing.
that.
You just need
And I remember
flexing.
thinking, wow, he's looking good in this scene. That's the actual thought I had while I was editing it, and I thought, yeah, okay, cool. Throw him in a inflatable fat suit. That's that.
We also gave him the muscle
You
suit.
did get to see. That's true.
and that
Super
wasn't
big.
a muscle. That was his actual.
That was real.
Yeah,
that was
yeah. He had no help.
We
filmed. Oh, not to cut you off, but we
No, no
filmed it
worries.
over the course of 6 months. So I gained. I went through a whole cycle of weight.
Really?
Yeah, from like fat to skinny back to chubby again, and then starting to get fit again.
I was gonna say we brought a kettlebell to the shoot days for the first time during this Buu Saga, just so we could get a good pump on before certain shots.
Gotta get yoked.
I don't-
That's how The Rock does it.
Yeah,
I don't think I did that.
you should have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't.
I think it was just you pumping.
I mean, well, me and Hercule, or excuse me, Mr. Satan.
We had our friend Victor, aka indie wrestler Vic Valentine,
Yeah,
playing Hercule, Mr. Satan.
I love his lines.
We're talking about the main video now. Buu
Yeah.
Saga, 5
Yes,
minutes. Go
yes.
check it out. We had Robert IDK, our good pal, Robert
Yeah,
IDK,
yeah.
playing Trunks. A lot of people out there may not know who Robert IDK is. Fellow YouTuber and longtime internet soldier.
That's right.
We come
Yeah.
to find out, and so we were happy to have him on board helping us out.
Yeah.
Also, he is. I find out now he's training to do like MMA. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
and you guys were just like, yeah, just kick Derek in the side of the fucking skull as hard as you can. I was like, you guys can fucking kill me.
I thought, and it's there in the behind the scenes, but when we were actually filming it, and Rock was like, "Yeah, it's not working. You gotta like."
I thought that was a joke.
Me too, because Derek was legitimately scared because Robert IDK was practicing his kicks on something else and was like, "Oh, this guy can fucking kick."
He was like,
This
"Oh, I
is
got a
like
sidekick. I got a real strong sidekick." Boom!
And he did it. It was like that's
that
gonna
Joe Rogan
make
shit.
his
Bro,
head clear
I was
off.
like, this is we're gonna fake it, movie magic, and he's like not listening. He's just like practicing the sidekick. Chapow, chapow.
And I'm in the bubble with him too, going, yeah, exactly. We need speed, so that'll be really good. And yeah, the behind the scenes footage, just zooming in on Derek going, no one's listening. Yeah, no one's gonna
So
kick
good.
me. That's fine. All
Yeah,
right, my
He's like, go
brain's
faster. Hey, Robert, can you go
scrambled.
even faster?
And it's like the first kick you could tell Derek wasn't comfortable, and then Rock's like, "Yeah, it's not working. You gotta just you do faster and like right in front of his face." It's like
everyone
That's the
laughs.
last thing you want to hear.
I'm gonna give a dose of reality too. That was like one of the first days of filming. One of the first big weekends.
Yeah.
that
Right.
we had. And I will totally admit I kept throwing that because I'll write a script and then Derek will take it and like actually turn it into something a fucking human can read, and it's not just a bunch of anime terms.
We all worked
But-
on that script for weeks.
Yeah.
You, me, and Sean.
Sure, yeah,
got
yeah,
it
yeah.
pretty tight.
Yeah. But there's always these fucking things that in my head are like, oh yeah, well yeah, you have to do it that way. It's famous that Vegeta gets wrapped up in the goo and he's laying on the ground. Well, it's like it never said that in the initial draft. And Derek and Sean don't have a connection to that scene as much maybe. And so we get there and I'm like, yeah, so let's lay him on the thing. And Derek will be like, wait, what the fuck are we talking about? Laying him on the thing. We never discussed it. So I had thrown like 100 of those in that day. I felt really bad. And I kept doing it to the point where everyone was just kind of like, okay, well, let's get through this. So it was already kind of frustrating that day. And then I'm behind the camera on that kick, and I literally said, you could see it in the behind the scenes. I go, I'm sorry, the shot's not working. We need speed. And you hear everyone break up into laughter because I think I was as serious as possible because I'm like, it's just not, it looks like you're kind of just reaching in and tapping him. It's got to go in front of him and go really fast. And you hear everyone crack up because it's like, yeah, this guy is fucking MMA training. Are you fucking serious? Like, what is the joke here? But I was like 100% serious. I'm like, I was so in it in the moment. I'm like, why is everyone laughing? No, it just needs to be faster. Not knowing that it's like, yeah, guy's getting his head fucking kicked. So anyway.
Well, also the shot he had just filmed was him putting a boot to my temple. And then they were like, was that good? And he responds was, we need speed. There was no discussion of like kick in front of his face.
Yeah.
It was like, no, put the boot to his head
I
faster.
said the wrong thing first.
Yeah, so I think that's why everybody laughed.
Yeah, but anyway.
But you know what? Behind the scenes camera was rolling. We got good footage out of that.
Hell yeah.
You could see it for yourself.
Robert was great. Our friend Johnny, different Johnny, was there as Go 10. Is that right? Go 10, Go
Go
Tanks?
10, yeah.
Yeah.
Go 10.
Yes.
Yes.
He was great.
We had Frank back as Great Saiyaman.
And Gohan, yeah.
Aka Gohan, that
Aka
was great.
Gohan.
Frank
yeah.
took a lot of behind the scenes. He on his own. He just took his little. He has like a some kind of behind the scenes camera. He took like there's still pictures, and he took so many fucking cool pictures.
Yeah,
that,
Frank's photography was awesome.
It was awesome.
It was
having
great to
that
have
on
those.
set, yeah.
Go check out the Mega64 Instagram, and you can see some of those photos that Frank took. Behind the scenes photos, very artistic. They're like Renaissance paintings.
There's one that Frank took that is so good that I only found the other day, and I think I posted it, where it's just Goten and Trunks up on Robert IDK and other Johnny, not that Johnny.
Yeah.
But they're up on the ledge, and Kevin as Piccolo is just in the foreground, like smiling. Like it looks like it would be in like an album, like album artwork or something.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a really great photo. Frank did a really good job.
Yeah.
It's great having someone dedicated to stills when
Yeah.
someone else is doing behind the scenes stuff because you guys can't run those while we're
Yeah.
all working. And you were mentioning other homies, Gene Goldstein.
Oh
Yeah, it was
Spopovich.
Spopovich.
That was so
was it
sick.
Fantastic
Our buddy Gene, shouts out,
Spopovich?
and check out Gene's podcast.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Google it.
It's definitely not
The
Crappy
anime-
Castles, but I don't know what
I check that out
Dude,
too.
remember Crappy Castles?
What is it?
Creative Block.
Creative Block.
Yeah.
Check out Gene's podcast, Creative Block.
I think
It's
my
awesome.
favorite line in the whole movie is our friend Nathan.
Nathan's
saying
okay.
that Boo is a little asshole.
Yeah. What a little asshole.
What a little asshole. I find myself walking around the house saying that all the time
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the dog.
Nathan is an old friend, and I don't know what it was, but as soon as we started talking about Supreme Kai being in the video, I was like, that's him.
It's perfect.
He's gonna
yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
I just thought that guy, he's such a funny guy, and seeing him just covered in purple with I was like, he's got to do it.
We had Dan Christmas as one of the androids in the last one. We got to throw his roommate in now.
Yeah.
Now, this is a question that only Sean can answer.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, Rocco. Sean,
Yeah.
what are we doing next?
Ooh.
Dragon Ball Super
Oh, man.
or
Yeah.
Saiyan Saga? Raditz. You like Raditz, bro?
I
Nappa?
think, I gotta go Nappa and Saiyan Saga. Mm-hmm.
Okay, folks.
There it is,
I hope-
guys.
There it is.
Okay.
He signed
He
up.
said it.
Okay.
He signed
He
up.
said it.
He's not done.
Sean, to
Yeah.
your
Take those
credit,
clothes
you
off.
did pick the simplest, easiest one
Thank
of the
God.
options.
No, thank God.
Naked the entire
You know what's
But there's a shitload of nudity.
Yeah.
it's funny.
Yeah. Endless nudity. Oh my God, he's like not clothed. Go
Go
ahead.
I don't want to bash on anything. I'm trying to be more positive.
Nice.
But watching and filming the Buu Saga and then going back and watching the Ava in 5 minutes, the Ava in 5 minutes is not at all as fun as the Buu Saga. And I just think it's the source material. Like, I mean,
yeah.
I'm happy to do Dragon Ball forever. It's easy and it's fun and we're just fucking around doing fake fights. Like, Ava was like emotional and heavy and whatever. And this is not that. And I am fine to be Goku again if that's what you guys want.
But
ever.
the good news is Ava Rebuild really did end on a positive note.
did.
So I think that's the route. I mean, I think we kind
I
of
just-
checkmate on that one. You think you got to do it.
If you had
So
to
there
say
go.
like, hey, pick one, be Shinji again or Goku, it'd be Goku within a nanosecond. No
Okay.
thought. And like, it's so much better to do that. So
I mean, all I'm saying is to bring it back to the point.
Yeah.
Saiyan Saga is one of the big sagas of
a
Dragon
big
Ball. That's
one.
how it
wow.
starts. and
Maybe
we never did
someday.
it.
I have
A question for Derek
no, but do
Oh.
you?
Lay it on me.
about before we get off Buu Saga.
Yeah.
Do you have a preference for playing? Because Sean said he'd rather play Goku than Shinji. I love playing Vegeta. Do you like playing the villains in these? And do you have a preference? Buu over Cell over?
I do like playing the villains because I get to be the main character.
Yeah.
Who's the saga named after?
Yeah.
The bad
point.
guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, I feel like it's all the same no matter what villain I'm playing.
Yeah.
It's always like I'm trying to get into the headspace of the villain. As dumb as that sounds, I saw a lot of comments where people said I was channeling Boo in this, and that actually made me really happy because
good.
I felt like when we were doing this, I didn't set out. Some people said I was a little cringy. Some people said I took the role too seriously, which could be interpreted as an insult, but I felt proud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to play this for laughs. I wanted to play it seriously and let the laughs come from the fact that I was taking it seriously in such a stupid situation.
Yeah, totally.
And that's my style. Honestly, I think that's all of our style. I don't think any of us want to be like, yuck, oh, I'm going to say something funny. I think we'd rather present it like, no, this is fucking serious, and I'm a fat guy, and I turned you into fucking chocolate, and I'm here to fuck your day up.
Right.
And that, you just have to laugh at like how serious it is.
Yeah.
You know, even going back to the early days, like the Assassin's Creed video we filmed of Rocco going through, like he's not giggling as he's touching people because that would ruin it. Like, he's being serious.
Yeah. And
That's
he's also not trying to kill people.
Right.
Because he can't really kill them, but he can seriously do the other things they do in Assassin's Creed,
exactly.
which is like stalk around and hide and be undercover.
Yeah.
And he does those things seriously.
Yeah, but if
Keeps it in
Rocco's
reality.
laughing at that video is a flop. No one watches it.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's taking it seriously it's fun.
You're right. We never giggle. We never laugh in character. We always play it serious. So for me, even more so, I think, because honestly, I've started taking acting classes since the pandemic started.
Yeah.
And I think I did better as Buu than I did as Cell because I was just more in the actor mindset.
I love the differentiation in the Cell transformation voices because Cell 2 has just the goofiest, funniest voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you do so well.
Yeah, I did enjoy the juxtaposition of like you were really good as like a warrior as Perfect Cell, but then anytime you had to go into form 2, I don't like that you put me in form 2. So I did like that. I did like that contrast, but Buu is just fun to watch just because.
And I
can
can
even. Oh, go ahead.
I can see what you're saying though. Like after taking these classes, because Johnny even mentioned like your reaction to the Spirit Bomb is so fucking genuine.
Yeah, that was good. That was really
like
good.
at Anime Expo all fucking weekend. We're just watching the reel, at the booth, and we kept watching the Buu Saga. And Johnny, you mentioned to me right that like, dude, look at his reaction. Like it's so authentic.
That's a perfect example
So
because
good.
I could have as Buu been like, oh my god, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But
That's
instead
not good.
it was like, ooh, this burns. Oh, this hurts. Like, fuck, I'm about to die. Like,
Yeah.
So definitely.
It conveys very well.
Speaking of that, though, I do want to say I'm going to say it. My favorite, if I could be objective as I can, my favorite performance in the whole video. I'm just going to give a quick little story about this. Filming the entire video and any video we do that's tweeted, it's a lot of being outside and getting hit with that fucking reflector. That's what we do. It's like we're standing out in the park, get the reflect on them so they're bright and colorful and they look, that's what it always is. And that is Sean's least favorite part of any of these videos we do. It's always, God, here comes a fucking reflector.
Dude,
Sean, it looks 10 times better if we do it. And so Sean will close his eyes because it's going to reflect sunlight in his eyes. I can handle it pretty good. It doesn't bother me too much. Sean, his poor Chatfield eyes, just can't take it.
It really is like my eyes will be closed and I know what I have to do. And I say, just tell me when you're rolling and I'll open them up. And hopefully I can get this out in 3 seconds before my eyes have to close again.
Yeah.
And then that's like, I'm struggling.
Yeah. So he struggles with it. And then when he goes too long, he'll open his eyes, but he goes too long, his eyes will just water. They just geyser like that. And what I think is so awesome is the one thing that was in the original script at the end was it said, we knew going in, because when we started talking about the Buu Saga, even I remember thinking like, oh, this would be fun to do. Obviously, anytime we do DBZ, I'm gonna have a blast doing it. I always enjoy it. But then I rewatched the Buu Saga and it got to the Spirit Bomb part, and that for me was it was like, oh my God, we could have all past guests that we filmed with, people we worked with, our friends, whatever, all be in that Spirit Bomb part. Oh my God, that'll make people fucking cry. Like that would be amazing. So let's do that. And so it was in the script that, whoever, we didn't know who we were going to get, but it said in there, oh, we see this person and that person, and everyone from past videos shows up. And it said under that, it says Goku is overwhelmed with tears of gratitude. Thank you all so much. It came to that part that day, and Sean was like, yo, get the fucking reflector. Yeah? And blast me. And that was the day he this thing that had bothered him the whole time. Here we were at the end, and he's like, hit me with it.
Hell yeah.
Hit it. Okay, are we rolling? Yeah. Thank you all so much. It was like, that was fucking genius. And how many people reached out to tell us on the comments and everywhere else, damn, that whole part, that really, affected me. But then when it went to him saying thank you all so much, that fucking broke me. That was so good. So many people reached out to say how they love that part.
Leo in Django when he cuts his hand.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
God.
it's the real cut, and
It's
he
the real cut.
uses it.
I'm just like Leonardo
use it.
DiCaprio.
Yep.
The Leo moment.
That's my Leo moment.
Yeah.
So that just, to me, that is a performance. I mean, everyone did great. That was a performing moment, though, Sean, that made the video actually better.
Thank
It
you.
rose the
definitely.
whole
Oh my
thing.
gosh,
So
no.
thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Yay! Now
Very
cry now.
Goku.
Cry tears of gratitude.
No,
now.
do it. Yeah, get the sun. Can we open up the?
Yeah, let me get the
Johnny,
reflector.
blast him.
Shit.
But anyway,
no, thank you. I truly hate the reflector, so I'm glad that we could finally get
It
something good
sucks.
out of it.
Yeah.
And that part, not to now talk about Rocco how great he is, but he spent months emailing people to get that last segment
I
together.
can't imagine how wrangling people is my least favorite fucking thing. And having to do so many emails.
I mean, like people
Yeah,
were like compiling a
campaigns.
list.
Yeah.
I think on maybe it was Reddit or I forget where it was.
Yeah.
but it was like looking at the names, like that's
Yeah.
fucking crazy. They're all in one video, all of them.
well,
Next
thank
time
you.
you could just do a Google form, and then you just CC everybody, and then it's like one email.
One email.
But I actually really wanted to tailor it to each. I went.
Yeah, that's where you wasted all your time.
That I did, yeah. But I really wanted to be like, hey, and give a personal.
you had to do some hand holding. We won't name any names, but you had to
Yeah.
do some hand holding.
Yeah, well, what was weird? So yeah, spent the last like couple months trying to get that going, and all I was gonna say was, it's weird because we had it was really difficult because there's some people that we had a couple big guests that aren't in the video that immediately said, oh my god, yeah, that sounds awesome, I'm in. But then could not get me the video. It was like, oh, I'm here and it didn't work. Oh, I'm there and it wouldn't work. Oh, I can't. I don't know who can film this for me. I don't know. It just can't. The day came and it's like, sorry, I can't. I gotta move on. So it was difficult. There were a few people that really did want to do it. They couldn't. I want to say the person I'm most sorry to. Shout out Greg. Greg at Kinda Funny.
Mm-hmm.
He did film a segment, but it was the video format was so
Kind of grainy.
was so it didn't play right. It wasn't the right format, and so when you're watching that part, it actually looked like the video glitched out. So it was like, ooh, and it was last minute. So I told him, I'm like, hey, I'll show this online, and there is you'll see it coming to our channel soon. But that it was like it'll be in there, but it's not going to be in the main video. And he was very understanding.
And by the way,
He was
our
cool, though.
Patreon.
Yes. Oh, it's there. You can watch it right now.
Sign up for our Patreon, get all this exclusive behind the
It's
scenes
on there, right?
footage.
Yeah.
Mega64 Patreon.
Get the
Exactly.
raw.
Check it out.
But yeah, so yeah, so it was funny. There were so some people really struggled with it, and then there's people who were a long shot where it was like, well, they'll never reply, and it was like the most professional. Oh yeah, no, sounds great. Yeah, we'll get you the footage. We're gonna shoot it Monday. I'll let you know on Tuesday. I want to single out. I mean, people have been asking how is Gabe Newell in this video?
That is the biggest get in my book.
I literally just emailed him, and his email is publicly available.
Was he the easiest to work with?
Oh my god! So I just want to single him out because sent an email. His assistant emailed. Oh yeah, this sounds great. We're gonna shoot it Monday. Is that cool? Yeah. I mean, Monday rolled up, and then I think, oh yeah, we'll get you the footage tomorrow. Tuesday, okay, here's the footage. And I look at it, I'm like, damn, they gave me raw. This was from a Red camera.
Wow.
So they went all out and shot it 4K, just raw. Okay, great. I'll have to, with raw footage, I'm not used to color correcting raw footage. And then they were like, oh, no. We had our professional color grade unit color corrected for you. So you just use that. But we have the raw one there too. I'm like, they did a whole professional thing.
I mean, that
just
part
asking.
looks beautiful.
It does
Yeah.
look
the
beautiful.
color.
So I
looks
used their
amazing.
yeah.
The
used
battleship
one.
in the background.
Yeah. I mean, they went above and beyond just saying the word, and they went above and beyond like that. So I have to say thank you to them.
Yeah.
And you know what? I've been fucking loving my Steam Deck too. So there you go. I'm gonna throw that in there.
Throw it in.
It's been amazing. So all of that, and it was it was. I'm glad it worked out.
Something. All the people we got, and not just we have Kojima. That's crazy.
Yeah.
it just, I don't know. It was just so cool. But they did multiple takes. Like who was it? Who's on the playground? I forget who that was.
So Hideki Kamiya,
Kamiya,
the director of, Devil May Cry,
Resident
Resident Evil 2, Bayonetta, you name it, go down the list. Emailed them. They were one of the first to get back. Like, we'll do it. No problem. We're going to shoot it in a way where it looks like it's definitely in Osaka. Is that cool? I'm like, yeah, because it's supposed to be around the world, so that's perfect. And so they were like, cool, here's a shot of him in front of the building, and here's some others. Okay, cool. Oh, no, there's more. Here's him coming off a slide. All right, thanks. No, there's more. Here's him coming off the swings. Thanks. No, here's him standing on a jungle gym. Oh, my God. He just went to every part of this playground and shot a whole thing. So we have the most footage from him.
Yeah.
So
And then,
now- yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And then I was going to say is then we found out it was hard to get a hold of him, but through people who knew people, we got Sakaguchi to come back, and he shot his. It was like, oh, this is worldwide? Okay, cool. He shot his, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but he's in Paris. In the background is the Eiffel Tower. He made sure he got a shot with the Eiffel Tower in the background, and I got it's the longest clip of him hyping himself up where he's just going.
His fucking hang loose thing, dude.
Yeah, I love that.
Shaka.
Fucking love it.
It was incredible. So anyway, I was blown away by everyone who contributed to that. So
And then
thank
you know, we have the big guests, but having Nicole or Meg
my
or
God.
Eric or Brian, all these people is I really truly watching it, the behemoth.
Yeah.
Watching it, and
Yeah.
it's just oh man, these are people that we've worked with the last almost 20 years now, and it's so cool that they're all in one video laid out right here.
Yeah. Had to get the behemoth in there because they were one of the first. When we first started out, they were one of the developers that we got to know. We met them at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
It was if you're going to have guests in here, you got to get Dan Paladin, John. A lot of people thought John was, we haven't seen him in a while in a video.
He had a little more
and
hair.
people thought he was Dave England from.
Yeah.
Oh,
the beard.
I don't know if that's a compliment or
The
not.
beard
but,
fooled
but
people.
A lot of people thought Jackie Chan was in the cameos. I'm not even going to begin to speculate who they were mistaken for Jackie
Oh,
Chan.
man. Yeah. Yikes.
Multiple comments were like, they got Jackie Chan.
Who
And
did
I'm
we
like,
miss?
Yeah. For
My-
sure. that's a big get.
my kids really like the in 5 minutes videos. That's their favorite that we do. And I don't always show them our videos, but those I'll show them. But Lennon especially loves the reaction videos of people watching our videos.
Oh, yeah. people
she
have been
has just
posting those,
discovered
yeah.
that and is
Oh, reaction
so
videos?
into the idea that someone's watching my video and laughing. She loves seeing
wow.
that.
Oh, wow.
But it's funny because I haven't really watched these reaction videos until now, and we're watching them, and they never know who any Cameo is until they get to the Angry Video Game Nerd, and then they get, that couldn't be him. That's not him, is it?
Yeah, they all say that.
They didn't really get him.
Yeah.
Probably someone looks like him, and they move on. But it's oh, weird. That's the one that they all know.
Yeah,
How
he
weird.
was the. I was just gonna say real quick, the first person that got back. I do want to say the first person. As soon as I started sending these out, swear he got back to me in about 10 seconds.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, I'm shooting it today. Oh, thanks. So he was the first. But right after that, I want to say James. We've never worked with James, Angry Video Game Nerd. We've never done anything really with him. So I was like, I don't know how he's gonna. If he's going to be into this or not. I think I shot something once that they used in maybe a video or something. But but I was like, no hard feelings. You're not feeling this. But he was very accommodating, very cool. But I felt so bad because he shot a bunch of green screen. He did a bunch of green screen stuff. You could put me wherever. And I was like, the sweeted videos we actually
This is literally the one time ever that we can't do that.
I was like, is there any way? I could just put the green screen footage in there and that's it. But is that where? And hey, in a second, he shot another thing where he was in his
that would have been
nerd display.
so fucked up of us if there was this green screen footage of him just doing whatever. People could have put him in anything.
I know.
Yeah.
They would have definitely taken
Maybe
advantage
we
of that.
should release that footage at some point.
Yeah, there you go. Make your own nerd video.
All right. Well, we've
Anyway.
mentioned DBZ. We've mentioned Evangelion. Speaking of the lamest animes on earth, we were at Anime Expo this week, this past week. Let's talk about that. And thank you for everybody who came out and saw us in Los Angeles, put up with the Battle of Los Angeles. That's what I call trying to find parking for Anime Expo.
God.
You guys were coming up on day 2?
Day
right?
one.
Oh, day 1. Okay.
Yeah.
So we had the luck of getting in early, setting up. How was it finding parking the morning of day 1?
I literally was downtown LA and in the middle of the road, put my car in park because there was no point. There was
Figueroa Street or whatever?
I was on, I don't know. Yeah, probably.
Right out
Pico
front?
Avenue or
Pico,
whatever.
yeah.
I just turned my car off and was like, well, I guess I'm just going to be here for a while. It was so bad. It was so bad.
Yeah, once I discovered that our panel was early on day one, I thought, well, that's that. Because it is, not only is that a crazy convention, a very busy convention, but just all the tribulations of the first day being like, I got to get in, I got to figure out where to go, I got to register, I got to do this, I got to do that. There's always 10 times as many people, and it's hard for people to get in. And I felt bad because the whole weekend people were coming to me, I really wanted to go to your panel, I couldn't get in. It was like, yeah. So I knew there was going to be a degree of hassle for you guys, but
how was it for you?
We
Jared?
did all make it.
The battle for Los
It was
Angeles.
great, man. I love going to Anime Expo, dude.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
You know what? It's great,
I'm gonna
dude.
be-
It's so great. Just the way they run it, the way it's smooth as butter.
I'm going to be real. Yeah, I'm going to be real. I thought I sucked at our panel. I thought I was not good in any way. And I just, like I wasn't funny. I was very negative, maybe in a bad mood. And I was like later, like driving home, like, why the fuck was I such a dick at the panel? Like I was not good. And then I was because it was a nightmare to get to there. And I was probably just in a bad mood.
And hungry.
I was hungry. Like, I mean, someone asked me, well, as an innocent question, hey, what are you most excited for at Anime Expo? And I was like, the hot dogs outside, that's it. Like, what a fucked up answer that was, But I was just such in a bad I was mad.
The street dogs is.
Yeah,
what you
and
were
I was taking
talking
out the
about.
poor people at the panel. So if you're there, I apologize. I'm sorry.
We had a talk after the panel where we all kind of individually kind of went, yeah. No, we could have done better.
I could have done better.
Because I felt that way too. With I put together all the videos to show. We watched the Buu Saga with everyone because I thought, well, that'll be fun because Anime Expo is a great crowd to screen that with. It had just come out.
Yeah.
So we watched that, but then I brought all the extra footage that some of the guests sent me for the video. But it really was just me kind of going down a list of stuff on my laptop, and I'm like, yeah, we don't have that much more time on this panel, and I'm just kind of, it didn't really, Derek and Sean went through fucking hell to get there. It was like, yeah, thanks for coming, guys. Watch these videos. I felt like, I don't know, we just felt like could have,
Well,
we've been out of the convention game, the panel game, whatever,
Yeah.
live show. I mean, we did our tour, but panels like this, we've been out of that for a while now. So I think it was a little bit of like, oh yeah. We're dismissing some people. I think someone, maybe you mentioned it, Derek, but there's things that we're used to that we're just in an automatic mode, and like someone came up with like, how did you have Miyamoto in your video? How did you get? And I couldn't wave that away quicker. I'm just like, yeah, blackmail. Next question. And it's like, that was probably a new fan who didn't know. And you know what I mean? It's like, there's a degree where you can kind of joke about it, but it was like, man, really just told that new fan to buzz off as fast as I could. It just felt like, yeah, I was with
lightning
you, Sean. I
rounds.
felt the same way.
We were in lightning round towards the end there.
That's true.
There was no
That's
mic
true.
for the Q&A.
Yeah, that was
It was
weird.
a clusterfuck.
It was a bit of a
We didn't have a
clusterfuck.
fucking plan. They didn't have a fucking plan. Nobody had a fucking plan.
Yeah.
We were there going through Rocco's emails
Yeah,
is what the panel was. And then I got this video emailed to me.
Yeah,
But then also, Anime Expo is a shit show in and of itself. I don't know of any other convention on Earth that continues to grow every year and grow worse at the same time.
it is
Well,
something.
there was just like no staff.
There's no staff. Sorry, what?
No, I was gonna say, I kind of feel like it's legendary how bad day one of Anime Expo is.
Line
Every single
con.
time. It's always, this is day one of Anime Expo. And it's people passing out outside trying to get in.
It's
and that
like,
always happens.
I feel like Anime Expo pays people to stand outside to fuck your day up. I got to the convention center like Sean, just hit gridlock traffic. I was like 90 minutes early for our panel. I thought, I'll park, I'll get in there. 45 minutes later, I had driven like half a block and I just kept hitting parking lots, and they had a person stationed at the parking lot being like, no, it's full. And I'd just be like, where do I go to park? And they'd be like, just go that way. And I'd go to the next person stationed there and like, just go that way. That happened to me like an hour later. I realized, wait a second, I'm like 5 miles away from the convention center now, and there's no traffic. They just directed me away from where I needed to go.
They just told you to go away.
That's not the solution. Yeah, they just told me to go away.
Yeah.
And when I finally got in there, they had the COVID check, which was stationed outside. There were probably like 1,000 people in this line, just in the open sun.
It literally went
nowhere to
around the
sit
Staples
down.
Center. It went a circle around the
Yep.
entire Staples Center, or whatever, the crypto arena now, whatever
Yeah.
the fuck. And it's like, I mean, thank God we were quote unquote professionals so we could get that done and get inside with our exhibitor, oh my god.
No shade provided for anybody. No staff to direct people. No lines.
No one
set
knows
up.
what the line's for.
Literally just like clusters of people packing together in the heat. I saw people like cosplaying. I mean, take their cosplay off because they're overheating because they're stuck in the heat. Dude, and then you get inside.
No
and
staff
it's,
inside.
It's like no sitting inside. It's like an ocean of people picnicking, like eating nachos in costume, and you have to step over them to get in and out of the exhibit hall. And I'm like, this is fucked. If I was running a convention, I would put chairs like, and I it's not even my job, but I would have thought of chairs.
Other convention centers that we attend don't have this problem.
Don't have this problem.
Well,
They have a limited capacity and they have chairs and dining areas.
Yeah.
All the other convention centers do this well,
Was
except
this
for
one
LA.
limited capacity? Because
no way.
It seemed like it was over capacity, but I kept hearing like, no, this is half
Sold out.
capacity, and I'm like,
Yeah, I don't know
half
who was.
capacity?
I didn't get
That's
that. Yeah, I didn't
bullshit.
understand that.
I do think I know there's staff there. I saw people, but I'm saying there is one staff member to one every 1,500 guests.
Yeah,
probably.
Oh, the staff members look like they have PTSD.
Well,
I don't even
yeah,
want, I don't
yeah,
want to
yeah.
talk to
that.
them. They're like, I do work here. What do you need? And I'm like,
yeah.
Poor volunteers.
never mind.
Yeah. So I mean, again, in our panel room, we had people talking to people. That was fine. I'm just saying to get in was something. And people would turn me away from lots that were full that would cost $70 to park. $70.
Yeah,
And it was
upwards of $100.
full.
So I was gonna say the person the highest of the parking prices that I heard about is I do know a person that found a 90.
90.
Someone found a 90 and they went nope, and they were like, don't worry, I found the one that was 70.
I
was like,
So
okay.
I found finally underneath a bridge through a broken gate a dude in a hoodie. Who
I
was
don't
like,
trust
I only
it.
take cash $40, and I was like, at this point, yep, no problem, man. Gave him $40. Like,
Wait. Hoodie up in 90-degree LA weather?
Yep.
Oh.
underneath a freeway bridge, being like $40, and that's like, at this point, I'm happy to do it.
I
Here
wish
you go.
that there was some sort of organization, some signage. Even when you go to Comic-Con, the city will put up like those programming blinkable signs that tell you like, turn on this street for parking. Do not go to the convention center.
Yes.
Parking this way. And then they have billboard, like white sign set up. And then they have people there directing you.
Which I think that this is what we're talking about is like the city's problem. They should know what's about to happen.
It's the convention organizers. They need to organize.
Yeah, but I think the city needs to step in too and be like, we got to work together on this because the whole downtown LA froze, and it's like no one wants this.
Yeah, it's a lot of things. But I was gonna say though, to bring that up is it is interesting because I do get the feeling with San Diego, it's like, yo, Comic-Con, that's one of our big things. We got to take care of this. And whatever we could do to help, we're going to block this off. You can only get in this area with a badge. You can do whatever. And then with LA, I just feel like, oh, you're another thing.
You know
in
what?
LA.
Yeah.
The
So they don't do
city
anything.
of San Diego is so proud of San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
They will literally
They don't want it to suck.
they'll fuck over the citizens of San Diego to make Comic-Con a bigger event. But it's really important to them, and so they try to make it a nice event. But I almost feel like Los Angeles is embarrassed of Anime Expo. Like,
I feel that way too.
We gave you the convention center. Shut the fuck up.
I really feel that way. Yeah, I really feel that way. And honestly, I had all this thought in a similar vein back in 2020 when we were getting ready to go. I mean, they canceled it. I tried to book. It was the day. Hotels are going to go up for exhibitors there and stuff. Well, that's us. Okay, so I'm waiting for the hotels are up, and none of the hotels that we normally would stay at, like that are close,
That went
were
up.
available.
Oh.
And I'm like, what? Like, we're gonna have to stay far away from the con as exhibitors. That's kind of difficult for us.
Yeah.
Why do I have to do that? And it was, there's a barber convention that they really want to do there, so they're gonna split everything. And it's just that. It's like, LA gave no. You know what I mean? It's like there isn't any
No priority,
Like Anime Expo is so big and no one cared.
I mean,
it's like, barbers are there too.
Truly is fucking massive.
Yeah.
It's big.
Even trying to get in, I couldn't believe how many fucking people.
Yeah.
If I hadn't just had COVID, I would be terrified that I have COVID because there was just like there's so many fucking people.
It has to be the second or third largest event we attend
Oh yeah.
in the entire United
totally.
States.
I bet it's
Totally.
the second. Yeah, probably.
behind
it's the
Comic Con.
second, yeah.
Maybe PAX is bigger. I'm not sure.
It doesn't feel
I
like
don't
it.
know.
I don't think maybe this.
But Anime Expo might be bigger than PAX.
It's so congested. It's so flooded down there. and there's nowhere to eat afterwards.
Yeah, so we kind of started this. Well, let's clarify.
This fucking event
You can-
is fucking fucked.
There's food trucks inside if you get in.
Yeah.
And wait in lines for those food trucks.
And that line was like an hour and a half.
And the fucking prices are crazy.
You know what I thought, honestly, is the attendees here they skew young.
Yeah.
It's like teenagers and college kids. We're the oldest people there.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like it's just a young audience who can't stand up for themselves, and they are just being abused by the people running the convention.
Yeah.
Like, nobody wants to say anything, and so they just get like, yep, there you go. Here's a room. Do your thing.
Yeah.
And then they're just like left to their own devices. I don't know. I just feel like everybody's being punished for no reason.
Well, no, I mean it's connected to LA Live, and there's a ton of restaurants down there, but it's just none of it can handle the amount of people that are coming, and so it's terrible. So we kind of resorted to there's a couple times where we've like gotten reservations ahead of time to eat somewhere or something like that. That's cool. But other than that, it's kind of like we found ways to like, there's places that will deliver. They'll deliver to the hotel, and we do that, or we'll do
Pizza
whatever.
in the room.
Because going out is like, it's like unsustainable.
How much money do you think can the average attendee afford to do that? Because I even feel like the restaurants you're talking about and having food delivered to the room, if I'm like a high school kid, like a 16, 17-year-old kid going to convention, where the fuck am I getting my food?
Well, honestly, the only thing I can think of is those wonderful street dogs outside.
I mean,
those street dogs
if you got
all
like
hours.
$7,
The
you can-
$70 parking every day? Like,
Well,
what?
Luckily, if you flew in, you wouldn't have to park your car every day.
Yeah. You
But-
already live in California.
But if you did
know,
drive from like Arizona,
Yeah, I'd say most people drove from Arizona. Exactly
Oh.
that. Or yeah.
they gotta
Or
find a
drove
place.
from like 40 minutes away.
Yeah.
yeah, they
know?
gotta find
But-
a place to put their car every night.
But the thing is like I knew people all the time when I was younger that would go, and they just split everything. It's like they'll have like 7 people go in a car,
Yeah.
and then
8
like
people in a
8
room.
people stay in a hotel
Yeah,
room.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
how you do it.
You
order
and that's
pizza.
what was
We're cheaper then, even still, than they are now.
But the hotels aren't that much more than they were pre whatever. Like I think that's something they're actually struggling to fill still in general. But I was gonna say what was crazy was before the pandemic, a lot of the hotels from these cons were starting to do a thing where it's like, hey, hotel rooms are only supposed to have 2 to 4 people. So we're gonna give you a wristband.
Oh yeah, that
And
was
those
bullshit.
are the only people that can go into the elevator.
That's insane.
That was insane. People like didn't stand for that.
Yeah.
People were
Well-
just like, yeah, call the police. I'm going in. Yeah,
Well,
okay,
even
yeah.
like I wasn't staying with you, but at one point I had to go to your room to get something for Kevin. I can't do that because I have a fucking
Yeah.
wristband. Like, I'm not staying
Yeah.
here. I'm just gonna get something.
Oh, no one tolerated it. But
That's
they tried.
ridiculous.
So they tried to fight that because they know, like with these kids, they'll have like 11 people in a fucking hotel room. That's how they, and exactly what you're saying. That's how they afford to go
Yeah.
is they split it that many times. And they tried to stop that. And yeah, this year they didn't even bother. They were like, yeah, never mind.
Yeah, I get that's annoying, but that's also life. You know, like I don't know. You have a hotel, people are gonna do that. That's
Yeah.
just what you're
Yeah,
gonna do.
bummer.
You can't stop that.
So anyway.
So it's hard to get in. It was harder than it was the year that the X Games was going on across the street.
Yeah.
I felt the same
Yeah.
way. I was like, this is worse than when you had the X Games.
And
here.
that was a crazy. What was
At
that?
least we
Like
could watch the X Games.
2012 or something.
Something like
That was cool though.
That
I
was. It
I
was cool.
stoked.
It fucked it up though, because there were so
Yeah,
many
it
more
really
people
did,
down there.
yeah.
I feel like there's more people in 2022 though, just
I do, too.
for AX.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
couldn't
people,
believe
it had been gone so long. And also the proliferation of anime is so
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
more.
I
than
can't
back
believe how have they not made it good? How have they? You've been doing this for so long.
Yeah.
Like, will you ever get it right? Will you ever just have
I
an
just-
organized experience ever?
I think truly at this point there are too many people to go. And when you sell, I don't know, I'm gonna say 100,000 badges, that will never be manageable. Like you can never manage that because there's so many fucking people.
But
Comic-Con-
Comic-Con has gotten better every year about it.
True.
Comic Con gets better. AX gets
Every
worse.
year, Comic-Con has a new improvement to streamline
Yeah.
it. And I think they've done an incredible job, to be
There's
honest.
places to go
But-
sit, eat.
But what I was thinking about when you're saying that, Derek, is like while I was at the show, and I'm saying this as someone who, even this year, I had a great time at Anime
Oh,
Expo.
yeah, I
I
had a
always
good
do.
time.
Once I'm in it, it's all the rigmarole around it. But again, I'm an exhibitor and I'm in there, so I have a very different experience than anybody else. But what I kept thinking about though was, I remember over the course of like 2020 and 2021, people posting pictures of the hall. Like they have this big hallway at that convention center going from the West Hall to the South Hall, where you go from one to the other, and it sometimes gets shoulder to shoulder, like stopped, like you are sardines in there. And I remember people posting those photos, going, what is Anime Expo going to do to prevent this? Because obviously this image, you can't do that anymore. So what are they going to do? And that just happened again.
No,
that was it. I was trying to leave the convention center, and it's like, oh, I'm stuck in here.
I was in that having horrible
it was
thoughts.
Unreal.
I will say, years ago, it was easier to get in and out of the convention center. You didn't have to take that hallway. You could just walk outside.
Yeah.
But since then, they've totally closed off the outside, totally fenced it off, made it like one checkpoint entry on one convention center, and then they force you to use that hall. So
and then to get out, you have to scan your badge to get out. But like for me to leave, I was sardined with people for 15 minutes just trying to get to the exit because you had to like go through this narrow hallway to like scan your badge to leave. It's like, I just want to get out. I'm never coming back. Like, you don't worry about my oh my God.
Yeah.
They're so concerned. I mean, they have all these safety measures to make sure nobody's sneaking in, but I'm like, there were less people here when everybody was sneaking in. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, this just is worse. You're so concerned with like security and validating everybody in here, but the experience is 10 times worse doing this checkpoint bullshit.
If the facility can't accommodate the amount of people, it should be capped at a lower level.
I just don't know where else can you do this? Like where else? Like Las Vegas?
Juggalo.
Where has a convention center that can handle a city that can handle this crowd?
Vegas has bigger convention centers.
I would say move it to Vegas. Truly, that's what I would say you should do.
You move it anywhere. Move it to Long Beach. Move it to San Diego.
There's a new one they just announced too, which I'm excited because it's going to be maybe smaller in Ontario, California.
They announced the second one in Ontario, and I think maybe the thought is like, well, if we do a couple, we'll spread it out the amount of people.
Yeah,
I mean they must know that
I'm all for that.
Not a great experience.
I think that's what PAX had to do. I think PAX might have been growing exponentially, and they said, listen, PAX Australia, PAX South, PAX East, let's bring the con to the people, and then less will come to each.
That's smart.
It did make the original PAX, the one in Seattle. It did when East showed up. It did make it slightly less like fucked to get into.
Yeah.
So maybe there's something to it.
I'm interested in this new Anime Expo Lite.
But as I said, once I was in there and we were in the normal routine of whatever, I really did. I had a good time. I was in our booth most of the time. I didn't really go to any panels or anything like that. And it was awesome seeing everybody who came. So thank you very much.
I haven't worked a booth since 2019.
It's like get that ring
which
rust
is
off, huh?
Fucking crazy. Yeah.
How do you use that? How do you sell stuff? Shit.
Right.
Kevin, how's a DVD?
I really. But it was so awesome seeing everyone and like interacting for the day. Like I was only there for one day, but like once I got in and the panel, I kind of sucked. But after that, it was fucking great. Just
People
to
came
be
by
at the
the
booth,
booth,
saying hi to people, taking pictures. Like it was like back in old. I loved that.
Yeah.
So me bitching about Anime Expo was nothing about anyone that we met. That was awesome.
Yeah. No, you guys rule.
Yeah,
so
that's
thank
true. I'm like I go into Anime Expo like it's I'm a soldier on a mission.
Okay.
Like I'm working for Colonel Kevin is my commanding officer. And I'm like, where's the booth go? How many rows across? Okay, these shirts here. Like once that's done, then it's like, okay, I got to get to the bathroom. I got to get to the hotel by this time. I got to move my truck. It's all just like a strategic mission.
Yeah.
But I do have a lot of fun when I'm there. And,
once I'm in it and I'm not dealing with the infrastructure of it. Again, I don't know how many people have the privilege to be able to do that, but once
to go sit down in your booth,
yeah. You know what I mean? Like once we have our own little safe zone, we have whatever. I enjoy being there and seeing people.
Even having the badge that is exhibitor on it,
right?
You can kind of wave that around. Security guard. It just depends on who you get, but you can kind of maneuver around there.
Yeah.
That's my least favorite event that we do. Just. By the organization issue.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's just I am impressed how big anime is. Like, truly, do you think that the pandemic made it bigger?
Yeah,
I think
totally.
I feel like
people watched it for 2 years.
That's what I think happened. Yeah, because
everyone got sucked in.
It became mainstream, just like over the course of
because now it looks like Comic-Con, and I mean, we've done Anime Expo forever, and it did not always look that way.
Yeah, no.
Speaking of Comic-Con.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
it's coming up.
Let me pause for 1 second though,
Sure.
because I've needed to do a plug for like half an
Oh,
hour. and
no.
never fucking got in there to do it. I apologize. First of all, everything that we just mentioned, the difficulties with the infrastructure of this convention and all of the trials and tribulations just to show up to it, all of that is going to be 10 times worse at our upcoming event, 64X.
Oh, no.
August 6th, Saturday, August 6th, we're bringing Mega64 Expo back. If you've never seen it before, this is an all-day Twitch stream where we make the best conventions. But we make a best event, but we promise more of everything. You're gonna be paying way more for parking. You're gonna be paying 10 times more for a pretzel in the convention center. So don't worry. If you were worried about inflation, we got it's not our first inflation. We'll say that. We've done this many times and we do it well. But anyway, this all-day stream is happening on Saturday, August 6th. I'm so excited. We always have a great time.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
This might be my final mission, Commander Kevin.
Yeah.
I might not be coming back from 64X, guys.
Okay.
But yeah, we're excited about that. That's coming on Saturday. So stay tuned for that. And I wanted to give a plug to, as always, shop.mega64.com. You can pick up some great stuff. If you like our show, you like what we do, maybe you liked our Buu Saga video, maybe you liked one of countless things that we've done in the last couple months. Whatever it is, you can get great stuff at shop.mega64.com. Pick up some apparel. On Friday, we just did a light restock. Some of this stuff is already almost gone, but we put up our alert bucket hat. That just came out. That's some leftover stock because we brought some to Anime Expo and some other stuff. We had a few left. Those are up there now if you wanted one. And the Tower long sleeve, that's one of my favorite long sleeves that we got. DJ Kirby, I think is what the artist goes by. I don't know what they want to go by, but that's
Hopefully it's that.
The artwork is really awesome.
Celebrating our Jenga tower.
Yes.
Stressful.
Fantastic.
That grueling stream we did earlier.
Yeah.
But we always do something that's called a 64-hour special. That's a shirt that is only going to be around for 64 hours. And just like everything else this week, we're celebrating our Buu video with the Do It Goku shirt. That is up right now. Shop.mega64.com for 64 hours. This climactic moment.
Hell yeah.
Certified and emblemized. That's not even a word in a shirt.
16 by 9.
Emblemized?
Immortalized. That's a good word, Kev.
That would have been better. Why didn't you say that?
Kevin, why don't you on the podcast?
Yeah, why didn't you say that first? Why didn't you say that before I talked?
Yeah.
But anyway,
Why is
pick that up. You got 64 hours to get that. And as always, patreon.com/mega64. As we mentioned, there's exclusive stuff on there. There's exclusive behind the scenes stuff that didn't make it into the Buu Saga behind the scenes whatever video. Just extra stuff for the true Patreon freaks who want to see us eat the Majin Buu cake and talk for like 25 minutes
True
about
freaks only.
bullshit. That's in there. That's not a great pitch, but
It sounds
it's
like
part
a
of
good
it.
pitch to me.
Do you have more world explosion in there? No, that didn't make it.
No,
Oh, wow.
that's not in there. But as we mentioned, stuff from our special guests that were in the video, that's on there right now, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So go check that out. There you go. Shop Patreon. Said like 10 things at once.
Patreon. And you can see version 1 through 3.
Yes,
And
and
soon
4
4.
and 4
Soon
will be
4.
on there too as well. Yes.
I didn't retain any of that.
Shit.
It's a lot, right?
That was something about a shirt.
Yeah.
Shop.mega64.com.
I can repeat it.
There.
South Park.
Dentists.
South Park was a.
Dentists.
Oh God.
See, I went the funny the route to that joke. Derek with the asshole route.
Dennis.
There is a prank phone call
sorry.
that I love where someone calls a buffet asking what they have at the buffet.
Oh, yeah.
And you
Richard.
got shrimp? Yeah. Good. You got French fries? Yeah. Good. And then they keep doing it. And finally, the lady's like, okay. I'm just going to read you everything we have. And she goes through and reads the entire menu.
Oh, my God.
And I'm talking like croutons, ranch dressing, blue cheese dressing, French dressing. Like it goes forever.
Okay, now I'm going to do my
Finally-
dessert bar. Cheesecake. Blue
Finally
cheesecake.
done. And it goes, okay, I'm going to get my ping one more time, please. And like the person gets so mad and hangs up. It's one of the best phone calls. But that, you just reminded me of that. Good.
Well, shop.mega64.com. Go there and visit our Patreon. That's what you got to take
Yes.
out.
That's
of all
it.
that.
That's what you
That's
need
the
to know.
major takeaway.
That's the takeaway.
Yeah.
What else do we have to talk? We talked about all the major news this week.
Yeah.
Our video,
Okay.
our event.
Get ready for some Breath of the Wild talk.
We covered all the major
Yeah,
deaths.
the new
in
game Breath of the
pre-show.
Wild
Oh,
that's
yeah.
out.
I'm
We talk-
joking.
we talk
What are the
video
people saying?
games.
Hey, real quick. This is about Zelda. Beckett and I finally beat Ocarina of Time. We beat it.
Didn't we talk about that on here?
Yeah, you already did.
I thought you said you beat it already, but maybe that was privately.
I think that was privately. Was it publicly?
I don't know.
Well,
Check the
beat
chat.
it. Game's not that good.
Wait, what?
It's not as good as I remember it being. That's all.
Thank you. I've been saying this.
revolutionary at the time. In today's standards,
I've been saying this.
you can't beat it without a strategy guide. That's for goddamn sure.
Do Majora's Mask now.
I don't know about that. They just added Pokemon Snap though on 64.
do,
so that
do the original
that's
Legend
cool.
of Zelda on NES.
I never played that one. I mean,
really?
yeah.
You
I
like that
have
one?
played a very shockingly low number of Zelda games, actually. Like, I never played Link to the Past or...
Well, that's what blew me away so much
Whatever.
about Breath of the Wild is I felt like it was the most like the first game. Because the first game I felt like I was just doing... That game is... It really feels like, I'm just going wherever.
It's
Okay.
like one big open world, kind of.
Yeah.
All right.
First
You know-
open world game.
What I've been playing is I reviewed this game a few weeks ago, gave it a negative review. I'm going to retract it, give it a positive review.
Oh.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Johnny, what the fuck do you mean classic?
Classic Derek.
You think this is something I do often? No,
No.
I speak from the heart.
And I appreciate that you can retract things that you've said in the
yeah,
past.
listen, I'm not going to be the dumbass who's like, no, I said something off the cuff 6 months ago and now I'm going to die by those words. I'm a mature enough adult to admit when I change my mind, when I've been swayed.
Avor's no good, huh?
Well, I was complaining that all these open world games are the same, basically, and they're not doing anything new with them. But that being said, after playing Assassin's Creed for, I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 hours, I'm really enjoying it. So I recommend it. This game, you're a Viking exploring medieval England, and my favorite part is there are so many little treasures to discover. There's this almost like a treasure hunting system built into the game where your map will just have some like glowing waypoints on it just to send you to the right area.
Yeah.
And once you're there, you have to figure out what you need to do. Sometimes you're going underground into crypts, unlocking puzzles like Indiana Jones. Sometimes the area is like cursed and demonic and you have to locate where the curse is and destroy it. So it's kind of spooky. And a lot of just like infiltrating forts, doing stealth, murder, killing sprees.
Oh, yeah.
Taking your Vikings with you on raids. There's a lot of elements to it.
I like when they sing to you on the ship.
Yeah, the Vikings will sing to you. I like building your Viking team, and you can create Vikings in a multiplayer sense, and other real world players can like hire them to be on their teams, and you can get money from that. Yeah, there's a lot of features that have made it more interesting than I first thought. So Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I give it a thumbs up. Actually, it's probably my favorite PS5 game that I've played. Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Out of all the shit they've released on PS5.
and it's a PS4 title. This has been out for a bit now.
Yeah, but I feel like it runs really well on
Yeah,
PS5.
I'm sure. Yeah.
It's optimized. I thought it would be glitchy. Review said it was glitchy. It's not that glitchy. So
That's good.
they patched it.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe they updated it.
Ubisoft has come a long way in the last, I think 5-10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the first Assassin's Creed I've played since Assassin's Creed 2.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I know what I'm getting into with the series, but I feel like some complaints I've heard is this is just more of the same. If you played Black Flag or Odyssey or whatever
Origin.
the last 4 ones were, this
Yeah.
isn't going to be anything new, which might be true. But for me, having not played
Yeah.
one since the second one, it's like, oh, I can see all the features I've missed along the way.
yeah.
There's a lot of games that are like that for me where I'll play like every other one and people, it's just like the last one. I'm like, well, worked out for me because I'm
Right.
not playing each one. But yeah, I was playing, I've only been playing Steam Deck like exclusively since I got it.
Jesus.
I have not touched the Switch. Normally I'd bring that everywhere and whatever. I've only played Steam Deck.
Now you have Steam so much.
Yeah,
You know?
it really is like
After that
it
Gabe
got ya.
Newell. Gabe,
it
they
really is
finally got
crazy
you.
that I said it before of like the entire table is flipped because now when they announce Last of Us remake coming to PS5. Oh yeah, it's gonna come to Steam too. Oh yeah, cool, because then I can play it on there. But anyway, I'm almost done with Final Fantasy VI. because I wanted to play all these pixel remasters of the old Final Fantasy games, and they're only on Steam. And it's really good, but that game is incredible. For those who don't know anything about the story of Final Fantasy VI, what was incredible about that game, this was a Super Nintendo game, but the story was so good. And it hits a point where, you know, I'm going to kind of spoil something if you never played it, but maybe this will sell you on it. They have their own equivalent of Final Fantasy's The Joker in this game. A guy named Kefka, who was not a very taken seriously guy in this empire. He literally wears clown makeup. He's the fucking Joker. And he ends up being the main villain of the game because he's so deranged. He does all this crazy shit. And they go to this place where it's like, oh yeah, there used to be magic here. And these 3 statues carry the balance of all the magic that's left in the world. And he fucking fucks those statues up. He goes, fuck it, and knocks them over and pushes one. And the world ends.
Uh-oh.
No.
The world fucking ends in that game.
Oh,
and
no.
literally the map of the game and everything changes. You wake up as a character a year later, and it's like, what happened? Oh, you failed. The world ended. What? And the rest of the game is finding all the characters from the game individually, like, where are they now? Like, you've been in a coma for a year. And it's really awesome storytelling. But playing it now, it's like it loses steam in that part a little bit. It's awesome when that happens. Like, oh my God, they committed to this. The world looks different. But I kind of hit a point where I lose steam where because they kind of don't tell you where to go. It's kind of just like, yeah, I don't know. Everyone's gone. Okay, where do I go? I don't even know where to begin. Yeah. You got to just tell me like where, yeah, I don't know. We saw this one dude, but he might be dead. I don't know. It kind of, and then I found out as I got older, they only added that part to the game because they were done with the game 6 months early. So Sakaguchi was like, yo, we got 6 months. Let's add something crazy. So they added this part where the world ended. But yeah, playing it now, I'm kind of like, oh, it's not quite as like elegantly done as the rest of it. Mm-hmm. But
an afterthought.
But I'm almost done with it. And it's a classic game and I'm enjoying it. But a little bit like I kind of want to just go play something else on my Steam Deck now that isn't 2D. I feel like I haven't been embracing the power of that device. I've just been playing like old 16-bit games.
Metro 2033.
That's
what's next. City Skyline.
When does the new God of War come out?
November 9th.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was sooner.
Soon, pretty soon.
All right.
What's this one going to be? God of War
Ragnarok.
5?
Ragnarok. Yeah, I don't know.
Isn't that Thor?
Does he have a daughter
Thor
now?
is in it. Remember they teased?
When's Kratos get a grandkid?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Grandpa Kratos.
Grandpa
When's
Kratos.
Kratos have
Grandpa
to fight
Kratos.
his prostate? That's the trend with games. With the gamers get older, the game characters get older. Someday we're gonna have like senile Mario. He can't remember.
Yeah, you had
That'd be
old
sick.
Snake in Metal Gear 4. Remember he was all fucked up?
I really liked that Tekken,
Exactly.
out of all the series, Tekken committed to like their characters would get older. With each game, it was like, this guy's looking fucking old now.
Hayashi's like
I actually like that they did that.
Yeah.
I don't know. More games should do that.
They will, dude.
What if there was a Mario game where he's an old man and he's like trying to remember old things and it's like different games you have to go play through?
Yeah, he's trying to get his memories back.
Yeah.
He's got
But then you play them and the games are all wrong. He comes back, he's like, hey, no, that's not right.
Yeah.
That's not how it was. And then it's like, oh, Mario's got dementia.
Yeah,
he's got
Mario,
Nintendo
senile.
Alzheimer's.
Jesus, that's inappropriate.
No, I'm just I don't know. I'm just trying to think
You
how
know
we can
what?
write it. Make it
I'm laughing.
You got one.
no, I think they but anyway, this God of War, I'm sure it'll be a good game, but I just can't like get excited about it.
Sure.
Like
Yeah, why not?
it looks like the last I'm like, okay, I did that.
I don't think I'm excited for any
What's this one?
game right now.
That's sick.
Yo,
Badass.
I'm excited for the Hogwarts one, Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh,
I'm excited.
Hogwarts Legacy.
One
Yeah.
badass comment follows
Open
another
world.
one.
Must be Madden coming out.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's
Madden,
like a game for PS5 I was like, fuck yes. Like Breath of the Wild 2,
open
sure,
world.
but like,
Yeah, that'll be good on PS5.
There's nothing on
yeah,
my
but nothing on
list now.
PS5. Like I have
Yeah.
one. What am I excited for?
Play Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's so fun.
I will.
Haven't
Resident
you been
Evil
playing
4
MLB
remake?
The Show or whatever?
Yeah, I've been playing that.
Oh, all that Resident
Disappointed
Evil.
with it?
No, it's good. I have someone, the day of the filming the Dragon Ball crowd scene, someone who worked on that game was here
That's
as
awesome.
one of the crowd members and said, like, what's one thing you would like to have added to the game? Like, what, maybe I'll see if I can work
Which
a way
game?
in. and MLB The Show.
Oh, right.
And I said, all I really want is when I select my own player and I have to make a name, they don't have the name Chatfield. They don't say that. They don't say Chatfield. Can you have them say that? And so they said they're looking to do it. So maybe you can pick.
Wow. Maybe they chat.
Because right now I have to have it say Sean Field. So that's as close as I can get.
Yeah.
But that's not fun. That's not my fucking name. Anyways.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what other big game I'm really looking forward to other than obviously Zelda, but
The Resident Evil 8
aside from that-
DLC.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am actually really looking forward to that.
Looking forward to that, but nothing really aside from God of War is on my list.
Yeah.
You know,
I hope the RE4 remake is cool, but again, it's a remake.
I'll get it when it's out, but yeah.
I'm looking forward to WWE 2K23.
yeah.
You are?
Yeah, because WWE 2K22 is going to have scheduled obsolescence when it hits 2023. So
Wait, the game won't work?
So I just know I'm going to have to get the next one.
Are you
Oh,
serious?
fuck.
So I'm just
dude.
looking forward to that.
Are we here
You
finally?
can't do that.
We're here already,
You can't
huh?
do that. The
I don't
fuck?
know. The game has all these warnings. Like, this is like a subscription service game.
Oh.
Oh, fun.
All right.
Oh,
we'll see how
my.
this all plays out. I don't know.
I'm dying
I
to
don't
know.
know exactly what they're going to shut off when the new year rolls around, but I'm just excited to see what it is.
Shut off. They're going to shut
Yeah.
off your power.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Retroactively.
But I think that we should head into the after show because we have some goodies over here.
Do we have goodies?
We do.
I didn't realize
Yeah,
that.
it looks like a lot of
So many
goodies.
goodies. So
I see an open pack of fruit snacks and an envelope.
Ooh.
yeah. Thanks for sticking with us, everybody. Stick around for the after show.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah.
get into it.
It's good to be back on the podcast. Glad to be here.
Thanks for coming.
All right, fade us out.
No.
Nice.
Okay.